KFG weather overview, looking at our storm system moving in for late tonight into Friday. And much of this for the New York City metropolitan area is going to be plain old rain. I think a lot of the frozen stuff will be falling in the middle of the night, but by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, there's a good chance that for the city and the five boroughs and most of the tri-state area, we're looking at a situation where the snow, sleet, and freezing rain has already changed over to plain rain. So you can see the cloud cover off of the College of DuPage weather site, great weather site. And this is your winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings. Again, the action is really going to be north of I-84 with anything that's going to be treacherous for tomorrow. In and around the city, Long Island, it looks like it's basically a rain situation. Now, the areas in northern Nassau and for the five boroughs, they're in a winter weather advisory. And I think that basically is to cover the overnight period because if we look at the models and how they play out, this is not really a storm track that's been conducive for heavy snow along the coast. If we look at where the actual low is by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's almost over New York City. And so there's plenty of warm air that's moving in, changing the precipitation over to rain. And you can see over the Hudson Valley, they're still getting moderate to heavy snow. So this is a good 6 to 12 inches of snow for most of the Hudson Valley away from the city and north of I-84. And that's going to be a situation where that'll last through the day. But for us, in and around the city, it's basically rain for the most part tomorrow, or kind of a miserable day with highs around 40 and rain. And for you snow lovers, you're just eating your heart out. You're sitting there thinking, why? Why do we have to get 40 degrees and rain when just north of the city by, 40, 50 miles, they're getting a decent snowstorm. But nonetheless, that's the way it was looking the entire time throughout this forecast dilemma, this particular forecast dilemma. And then for the weekend, it doesn't look so bad. The storm that I was watching for late in the weekend goes by to the south, so all we're really left with is this cold shot that comes in from Monday. And so the temperatures are going to be pretty reasonable this weekend, highs around 40. And then Monday it gets chilly again with the temperatures coming back down, highs around freezing, but it'll be a strong northerly wind that's going to be blowing all day Monday. You'll really feel it. But then we'll rebound nicely for Tuesday, where we could see some light rain or snow for Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. But that's basically it. We're not really looking at any significant storms for much of next week. It looks rather quiet once we get rid of the storm for late tonight into tomorrow. Here are the temperatures for Friday. You can see too warm along the coast, highs around 40. Elsewhere, lots more snow the further north and west you head. And for Saturday, we're looking at highs mainly in the 30s. Sunday, we rebound it, though, with highs around 40. And here's Sunday. I skipped over Sunday, but here it is. Highs around 42. Monday, back down again with that stiff northerly wind. And then Tuesday, the high moves overhead. And when it moves over New England like that, it's going to change the winds around to a more westerly direction, and the winds from the north are going to relax. So that's basically it with our late week storm for tomorrow, as we are closing in on the early days of March. And that'll be upon us next Tuesday. And it looks as though we'll be starting the month on a fairly quiet note as we move through late February into March 2022.